Hey guys, it's Jerms here. I just have a quick little, I don't know if you want to call it like a public service announcement. As you can tell, I'm wearing a mask, which is awfully convenient because that's actually the topic of today's video. So listen, Germ father has some kind of a medical condition going on, which means that, he can't be cooking dinner. So we are trying to help him out by getting dinner at our local Little Caesars slash Hong Kong. If you're from Lincoln, you know the classic combination of which I'm speaking. Anyways, I was just out there today and I noticed there's like so many people that just not wearing a mask, and we're in the middle of a deadly pandemic. In case you guys hadn't noticed, I'm sure um most of the people that are actually intelligent enough to watch my videos no doubt also um Look, I'm gonna take this off because I'm in the comfort of my own home and my glasses are fogging up. But listen, it's like, uh, never has it been so easy to tell if somebody's like a decent human being or not. Um, it's kind of horrifying. There's just all these people that are just walking around without a mask on, like, oh, well, what does that leave me to believe? That they just don't believe in this pandemic and, they blindly suckle on, Trump. Speaking of, Trump has just been doing these horrible things. It's hard to even stay in character, like to find the humor in it. Uh, there's not much humor to be found. Like recently, there are these protests for Black Lives Matter going on, which are obviously very important and pertinent. And he wanted to stop. He wanted to appear as though he wasn't hiding, so he got his attorney general to authorize the use of like military police to tear gas a whole bunch of peaceful protesters so that they could walk to an Episcopalian church, and he could pose with a Bible, which just seemed like sort of an incredibly reprehensible action to like literally use force against peaceful protesters just so that you can pose with a book that supposedly has a message of peace inside of it. So, anyways, in case you're wondering why I'm not like being funny and self-deprecating, it's like the world is too dire right now for that to even be, you know, possible. Unfortunately, maybe if I had a little bit more meth in my system, but um I I don't do that anymore, and I'm not trying to be like, "Oh, look, give me a gold star. I didn't do any meth today, guys." Like that's not what I'm saying. Although if you want to give me a gold star, I never complain about that. But all I'm saying is like the world is just like unless you're severely like impaired, just like super fucked up, and then you can't like actually see how the world is, or but it's just the fact that okay, so we have this terrible shit going on, and then with like Trump and like just the police brutality all over the country, and then we have these pandemic, these lovely little coronavirus molecules that are trying to kill us and our loved ones and the immunocompromised. And I just see all these fucking pieces of shit just coming to their local Chinese food slash, low tier pizza joint, and they just can't be bothered to wear a mask. I saw this other lady who like had a mask on, but at first she like adjusts it down like this and then she just takes it off. And I'm like, well, why even, spend your hard-earned money on a mask if it's just like you're gonna use like a piece of jewelry or just kind of, you know, so. But all I'm left to believe is it's like this era is gonna go down so horribly in history, and Trump is not gonna look good, and you kind of have to maybe be functionally retarded to think that Trump is going to look good or that Trump like, you honestly I'm starting to believe, and I really hate to like be more divisive, because the world is like horribly divided already and we should come together, but I'm really starting to believe you would actually have to be functionally retarded to still support Trump at this point after like what he's so, or just like a genuinely horrible person. Cuz obviously there are genuinely horrible people and like white supremacists and stuff that are going to support Trump because he stands for what they believe in. But then you keep, or at least I keep telling myself, oh, there's all these, people that have just always voted Republican. So you can't hold on. So you can't really hold it against them that they've you know, supporting Trump because it's like, oh, they're just, pro-life or they're Christian, and but I'm really starting to believe like you have to be just either a completely amoral piece of shit who doesn't care about abuse of power and like suffering people, or you have to have like an extremely low IQ. Um, and I don't mean to be like elitist and like, I'm this genius just because I'm capable of doing like the bare minimum decent thing, because I'm not like saying that at all. Like, I'm not trying to say that I've figured out some secret. Like, it's pretty obvious. All you have to do to be like a basically decent human being at this point is wear a mask. You know? Um, Plus, I feel like most people are like somewhat insecure about the symmetry of their face, even like, because clearly people that are like very attractive still, like, probably a lot of them think they're not that attractive. And why not miss, like, why would you miss an opportunity to hide half of your face? Because I feel like for most people that's going to make you look like everyone knows, like, if you're wearing giant sunglasses you look more attractive because like half of your face is hidden, and we all want everyone to be as attractive as possible, so we like fill in the details in our brain, you know what I'm saying? So why, if nothing else, would you miss an opportunity to just like show, to pretend that you're more attractive, like, for no other reason? Or, you could use it for like brownie points, like, look at me, I'm being a good person. But you have to be a fucking piece of shit to not wear a mask. Like, you have to legitimately not care if you cause the death of other human beings. And if you support Trump, I don't know, man. Like, it's like, I know, like, tolerance, whatever, is where, like, if I'm trying to say that I'm a tolerant person, like, I want you to practice tolerance, it kind of makes me, like, cancels out my point if I say, oh well, there's no, like, I'm not going to be tolerant of those intolerant people. But it's like, incredibly difficult to have to share this country with, and I mean, it's not like I'm a glowing example of like a great altruistic human being. Like, I'm human, I have my flaws, but uh this is probably the least germ video I've ever made. I'm sorry about that. Germ lick a doorknob to fight coronavirus type of video will come soon or something, as a apology to my precious fans, of which there are so many hundreds of thousands of Germ fans. But I just really need to get this off my chest because it's so frustrating to feel like, I mean, I don't know if the word is like righteous indignation. Um, I don't know. And here we are again at another 7-minute video, which means Kellen probably won't watch it. Kellen, if you watch this video and make it this far in this video, I will send you a check for $100. Okay? Organically. No one can tell you about it, but if you just make it here on your own, because for those of you who don't know, which is everyone but Kellen, I do be sending 69-cent checks to Kellen every now and then. So, but do you see what I mean? Like, when I have this part of my face covered with a mask, it appears as though I could be a lot more attractive than I am. So that's one of the benefits of wearing a mask. That's all I'm saying. Um, Anyways, I hope all of you stay safe. If you don't wear a mask or think it's important to wear a mask, you can just unfollow me, which I mean, obviously I can afford to lose a couple thousand followers or whatever, but yeah. Um, and if you live in a part of the country where the majority of people are wearing masks, count yourself lucky, because it's like aneurysm inducing to walk out of the house and see these stupid motherfuckers. So, that's all I have to say for today. You all stay safe, you beautiful people.